ahead, and if you'll stand for the audience. All right, thank you again for coming, everyone. I'd like to open this speech to give you an idea of what these people were facing. Imagine yourself opening your eyes, looking up and seeing the roof of a hut. It's a tropical environment. Earlier in the morning, so it's not quite so hot yet. But outside, from in front of the hut, you hear, it's kind of a sing-song voice, but it's pretty bitter. And you hear this poem being recited. For the battling bastards of Bataan, no mama, no papa, no Uncle Sam. No aunts, no uncles, no cousins, no nieces. No pills, no planes, no artillery pieces. And nobody gives a damn. Frank Hewlett from the New York Times penned that poem before he was evacuated from Corregidor. He was the last journalist off, and the troops picked it up. But now, you hear that, you wake up, you see what's going on around you. The Japanese fleet's been sunk at Pearl Harbor. Reinforcements have been promised, not delivered. MacArthur's been ordered out to Australia, and General Wainwright's been put in command. And he's just ordered everybody to surrender. Now what? Your name is Wendell Fertig. You were commissioned from civilian life where you were a civil engineer. Commissioned as a captain, promoted twice, now lieutenant colonel. You were responsible for demolition and destruction of supplies and roads on the Bataan Peninsula, and you've done a really good job at it. But now it's time to leave. You escape into the hills of Mindanao province because to the Japanese, surrender is cowardly. Most of the prisoners that they take don't survive for long. And this is what you're facing. No supplies, very few personnel, and unfortunately, not much outside help. He ended up promoting himself, which enraged MacArthur's staff, to brigadier general because he knew the Filipino people. He'd been in the country for years and years, and they began to flock to him. Things were so bad that literally they were making bullets from curtain rods. They had to manufacture their own radio transmitter to get in contact with the outside world and start asking for supplies and help. But even at this, they came. People that refused to surrender, the Filipino people themselves. By the time MacArthur returned, as he promised he would, General Fertig had 30,000 troops under his command. They did everything from reorganize and reconstitute the government of the Philippines to manufacturing their own supplies to actually printing their own script, their own money, because they knew that the government would honor what they did after the victory. What did this do for them? For the Filipino people, eventually it got them their freedom because of the way that they fought. And eventually it wasn't a U.S. territory anymore, but their own independent country. What it did for the American people and the soldiers and Marines, sailors fighting in the Pacific, well, a good guerrilla, they say, can tie up from 6 to 10 enemy troops. There were literally hundreds of thousands of Japanese troops looking for General Fertig and his people, but they lived off the land. They blended into the village. They never got caught. People ask me why I want to honor this man and these people. Pretty simple. They did a near impossible job under extremely difficult circumstances and asked for nothing in return other than respect. and they got the respect of the people, and they got the respect of the country. And that is why I think that they are worthy of our respect. To borrow a line from Reads Across America, their three foundations are remember, honor, and teach. We remember them, and we do that by this speech, and we honor them again with this speech, and teach. Then they won't be forgotten, and we won't have to repeat those mistakes. Thank you.